Babyliciouses, welcome to Babes in the Conclave, a Traitors podcast where a couple of queers talk crushes, gay drama, and strategy. Today, we are covering one of the all-time greats, Hungary, Season 3, Episode 8. I am Annabelle, the most faithful of faithful, and joining me, I'd describe her as somewhat of a colourful character. It's Sarah Carradine.
Let me finish. We love you, Timmy.
We love you, Timmy. And you know what? We might be depression spiraling at the moment, but I feel like this season is starting to come somewhere. I feel like we're almost at the good bit.
The oracle, the prediction, the prognostication is about to come true. Very exciting episode. Very, very exciting episode.
I really enjoyed this.
Yes.
The mission, less exciting, but...
Dorka showed her whole ass, so I suppose it was something.
Fucking Dorka. I've been whinging that things are starting to get a little bit boring the last couple of weeks.
They were
watching this. But the cast, we've always loved the cast, and
Never not loved. Yes.
We're definitely getting somewhere. Anyway, we've got a few comments this last week.
I love you, babes. Thank you.
Oh, we love the babes. We live for the babes. So, Chief of Staff babe, Danielle, also really struggling with this portion of the season, with Norabelle completely off the table as a potential future relationship. She's just in it for the pod at this point. And I kind of feel like, same girl, same. That said, KL was very excited to see the last episode go up, but said she was going to save it for the drive from Canberra to Melbourne, which I have done that myself.
That's a very depressing drive.
It's such a depressing drive. Please, KL, tell us how it went.
Get the train, KL.
Yeah. See, I've been thinking, because Puffs, I've got to take Puffs. My mother still lives in Newcastle, which is just a schlep. And I've got to take the Poods. And let me tell you, he does not enjoy flying in the undercarriage of the plane. So I have thought about getting the sleeper situation with him.
I love the sleeper. I get the sleeper to Melbourne all the time.
I just don't know. Is Puffy going to be any happier about that? I don't know.
No, but at least he'll be able to tell you all about it.
Yeah. And he loves expressing his discontent.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, our chief Hungary correspondent, Stardot, who frankly, this is who we're doing this all for.
Yeah, basically all for you.
We are only covering this to hear from you each week, Stardot Boy. So frankly, if we don't hear from you one week, I'm no longer covering this season. But very exciting story. So Stardot Boy was actually moving house last week and had a Hungarian removalist. Had never actually watched Traitors Hungary, very disappointing. But Stardot Boy was able to break the ice with some of the botched Hungarian that he learned from this highly educational season. So at least we're learning stuff along the way.
We're learning and we're laughing.
Did say, I can't believe you didn't mention my favorite editing moment of the episode at the round table with Eniko saying something like, I knew that when those traitors put that dot on my face, they were telling me to speak up and proudly tell everyone what an amazing detective I am. And it hard cuts to Timmy in confessional pissing herself, laughing.
Beautiful. Any hard cut to Timmy. Happy.
Incredible.
Yes.
And you know what? Eniko falling on her ass, just like Dorka in this episode. Always great.
Always great. Show your ass, everybody. Go on reality TV and show your ass. Please. Just for us.
That perfect little peachy number. I want to spruik the Babes Discord channel. So that's what I've spent most of today setting up the Babes Discord server. I wanted us to have a little cute space where we can chat about the seasons that we're covering and make friends and vote on Crush Pyramids and things like that.
Crush Pyramid!
Crush Pyramid. So hopefully by the time I get around to posting this episode, I will have the Discord join link in the description. And I'd just love it if you came along so that we can hang out and talk.
Smash that link. Smash it.
Smash her. Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's get into the episode, Sarah.
Yes.
Breakfast. The four traitors are in first.
Love
and
it.
the macarons. The macarons were back up for discussion. They wanted to sit near the pink macarons.
But they all stood for a moment like a poster of a film, shot from the side, four standing, all looking at the wall with enormous satisfaction. Look at the wall, they said.
Ah, yes.
Mm.
Oh, we've left too many of them there in the middle. We should kill some of them.
Yes, let's all got to do something about that middle row. Yeah.
The vibes are still upbeat, as the women considered Gaspar a massive joke of a human being, and he's still feeling gaslit.
Gaslit. He can't believe how nice they were. Can't believe it. Yes. Don't believe it, Gaspar. Do not believe it.
No. Gaspar's relationship with the women sparks a lot of joy for me.
Yes.
Like, it's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yes. Yes. As he lies on his deathbed many years from now, we hope, Gaspar.
Yes.
But as he lies on his deathbed, hallucinating in those last moments, the three of them will come to him, in reality or a dream, and lean over him. And he will say, "Take me, mummies, take me." And they will enfold him and take him to the light. Unfortunately, there is no light, only fire. So sorry about that. Mm.
Stunning. Now, do you know who else is depression spiraling this week?
Who?
Dani. Blonde Dani. He's
Oh my God. Did we have to just shut the fuck up, please, Dani? You are the last remaining Dani. You're the only one who got to see them all face to face. You had a great episode. I don't know why you're so pissed off and sad.
Dani, a dumbass. I think we can say this.
Yes.
Dumbass Dani. I never felt quite comfortable with his nickname because we had the hot one.
Yeah.
And then we had whatever we were calling the other one.
The other one.
And this was the other one.
This was the other one.
But I think this is the dumbass Dani. Like,
now, somebody on this podcast, and it wasn't me, picked him as dumb from episode 1. It was you.
Did they?
Yeah, they
did.
I? See, I remember. I remember.
That's great. I was really prescient of me because complete moron. Even though he's like, oh, yeah, can't believe I was so wrong about Eniko. My best friend, Steven Seagal, is targeting me. Later in this episode, is this maybe post-mission? Yeah, this is... No. It's... I don't know when this is. It might be even post, like, freaking round table. He runs out. He's like, I can't believe I've done it again. I found a traitor again. It's Sylvie. What the fuck do you mean you found a traitor again? You never found one in the first place.
He found another one, Annabelle.
We are 8 episodes in and no one has written down a traitor's name, let alone banished a traitor. I have found a traitor again.
Again. And that traitor's name is Gilvy, except it's not, it's Sylvie, but we just like saying Gilvy.
Oh, I just honestly can't with this man. Anyway, thank God he died so that we could all...
Speak to Victor about how he's clocked them as a married couple.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie of it all, because this is just...
idiots. At the beginning, they stayed away from each other, but now she says, I think it's all right if we talk to each other. Not if people are saying at breakfast, as Oliver does. He walks in, looks over at them and says, oh, look who's talking by themselves again.
They're seated so close, like staring into each other's eyes, flirting aggressively at breakfast. Mr. Sylvie convinced of his own brilliance because he's worked out it's suspicious twink Oliver.
Yes, and she's explaining to him how she saved him and he's shouting at her. Soft, whisper shouting at her.
Yeah.
Why didn't she vote for someone else? Because she didn't know. She gets up to leave, he grabs her, he returns her to his embrace. Come on, guys.
So much. And the way they do go off and, like, have secret little whisper meetings, like, that are so suspicious because it's clear they don't want to be caught together, but it's also incredibly conspicuous and everyone is clocking it.
Clearly traitors.
I just... Anyway.
And Victor takes it a step further and says, clearly traitors and married.
And married.
How hilarious that production put the married couple both as traitors.
Incredible.
That would have
It
been
would have been hilarious. Can you imagine? Anyway, like, no, because the faithful this season, has there been a single competent one? Like, I think Victor is the closest we're getting to someone who might be cooking.
Yes. But he's clocking the wrong thing.
I mean, this is a season where they cast Zoli, the Gherkin, and Silver Steven Seagal all at the same time.
I know, it's brilliant. Victor might be the closest because at the end, that probably doesn't mean anything, but at the end he says, if Rekha comes back from Death List, I'm looking at Rekha and also Timmy. I go, wow, how did you do that? How did you do that?
Yeah. He's been doing it for a bit, though. Like we've been saying for a while.
Got no excuse.
But he's so easily distracted. He'll be like, I'm looking at Rekha, but I'm also looking at Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie. And like, even if he did clock who the right traitors were, the man has zero clout. I mean, I think I'll get to this later, but everybody who's like, unless Dr. R herself decides to jump on the stab Rekha in the back train, everybody potentially gunning for Rekha has a grand total of 0 friends.
Yeah. I mean, Gashpa says, if Rekha stabbed someone in front of everybody, they still wouldn't believe she was a traitor, which is what we've been saying. We've been saying.
So Dani and Steven Seagal are bickering, I assume, over, again, who can have the peachiest ass they show to the camera this episode. We get to the death list, which confused me a little because half of the death list we didn't even hear up for discussion in last episode.
Yeah.
So our death list is Dani and Oliver. We did hear about them. We know they're there because people suspect them. People are going to think there's a traitor on the death list. Dorka, and in the most controversial decision of all, Rekha has also put herself on the death list. What did we think about these 4 choices?
Well, I'm going to start with Rekha first because it's the most interesting of them, I think. She does a fantastic, restrained fury over response. Just wonderful. She's fabulous. I think now that traitors putting themselves on any of these lists, putting themselves in any of these smaller numbers is not a good idea because you've got to say with 4, if one gets a shield and one gets banished, we're in trouble. And indeed, not unforeseen. I mean, she almost says at the end, well, we couldn't really have seen this coming. Yes, you could have. Plus, she has actually handed ammunition to her fellow traitors. And our dear Dr. Rat at the end is going to say, I think it's time for the faithful to find a traitor. Really, Dr. Rat? So I think it was wrong to put any traitor on. And of all the traitors that it was wrong to put on, she is the second wrongest, the most wrong being Timmy. What do you say?
I'm with you. I think unbelievably bad idea to put a traitor on this list. I think it's particularly bad given who else she's put herself on the list with.
Yes.
It could have only been worse if they also put Zhuji on that list, who they were seriously considering putting there, who was also shielded.
Yeah.
But Rekha is far and away the most murderable of those 4 names.
Yes.
Dorka, Dani, and Oliver all have in common that they get heat a lot. They are getting a lot of heat. Rekha, famously, like the other traitors, name has never been put down. People consider her the most faithful of faithful.
Yes. I mean, she does start seeding once she knows it's, there's only 2 of them left. She does start seeding, well, if I'm not killed, you know what that means, don't you? You know, they're trying to frame me. Okay, nice recovery, but if you hadn't put yourself in that position, you wouldn't have to recover.
No. Like, you can't be the no, it was an unforced error.
Yeah.
Because even if they get what they wanted, right? Their fantasy scenario here was that they end up murdering Dorka. Well, there was still going to be questions about why would they murder Dorka over Rekha?
Yes. Why would they murder literally
Anyone?
anybody?
I mean, it's already, Victor's asking the big question. He's like, why are people like Rekka and Dr. R still in the game? Why? So I think it was just absolutely terrible. When we get the flashback, they want Dorka, both because she's already suspected, but because she could be seen theoretically as a threat to the traitors. They want Oliver, Dani, Dorka, because again, they're all suspicious. Rekka suggests herself as a threat to the traitors. It's just stupid. She did a good job of rustling up the tears. Nobody other than Victor is really looking at her by the end of this episode, but I just think...
They haven't seen her walk through the door at breakfast yet.
No. And there was nothing on her. There was nothing on her, and now they've
This
given
is now
her
something on her. Yeah. You're just handing. I think that the until further notice, everybody, when you play the traitors and you're a traitor, don't put yourself on any list.
No.
Because the faithful will say, there's got to be a traitor on the list. Well, no, they know that there should be, so there isn't. But then that means that there should be. They'll tie themselves in knots. You do not have to give them a hand.
No. She does do a good job. She rustles up some tears. I was on a moisture watch there, Sarah.
Yes, moisture watch. Well, she said she's emotional.
Yeah.
I think you're crying because you made a mistake, Rekka, but...
Well, people are hysterical today because everyone is like, well, duh, obviously Rekka's going to be the one who's murdered. She's the only non-suspicious one on the list. It would be a major red flag if she wasn't murdered. So everyone's comforting her, crying. She's crying. They're crying.
She is inconsolable.
But Steven Seagal has masterminded. He's worked it all out, Sarah.
Again.
There's actually 3 out of 4 people on the death list, conveniently, are traitors.
That's brilliant.
And the only one who's not a traitor is Rekka.
Yeah, brilliant.
So the one traitor out of the 4,
brilliant.
Off the hook, he's got it all down pat. Brilliant. I can't with these people. I can't, he couldn't have been more wrong if he tried.
But also, it just makes completely no sense, because if she gets shielded, now what? Nobody does.
Yes, no, it makes no sense. No, it's so stupid. It's so thick. No wonder Dr. R's laughing in their face. She can put the handgun back in her handbag because they're going to kill themselves.
Fabulous. She is perfection. I adore her. Let me finish. Let me finish. Oh, we love you.
Gaspar is out here trembling like a leaf in a breeze.
He can't
telling everyone who the traitors are.
Yeah. He is continuing to show video of proof of who is in the conclave, including himself. And people aren't even brushing it aside. They're just simply not listening or responding.
No. Steven fucking Seagal's still out here being like, no, I've completely worked it out. No!
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
He
bloviates. We're jumping around a bit, but this is the episode. Steven Seagal bloviates at the round table. I know that doesn't distinguish it from any other round table. But he says to Oliver, I'm defending you. Well, do a better job because you're really bad at it.
No, his way of defending Oliver was insulting him.
Yeah, putting him down and telling him he's a bad man. It's like, no.
I can't. Anyway.
No. Can I just say...
Yeah.
Sacrilege. Attila, usually dressed to perfection. The collar chain goes under your tie, Attila. Goes under your tie. It must go under your tie.
I also don't know. I felt like the dye stains around his hairline were extra prominent this episode.
Yeah.
Like he'd just done a freshen up.
I think he's got that fibre spray had been out in the morning. Or the hair and makeup woman. He's saying, more fibre. More fibre. And the costumier is putting the chain correctly underneath the tie. And he says, no, over the top of the tie. And they're saying, but Mr. Attila, no.
I insist.
And they go, the whole world will see your ass if you put your collar chain over your tie. But that's what you want.
The closest we've got to clocking things here is our man Victor.
Yeah.
Okay? He's like, look, I remember having this conversation with Gaspar where Gaspar was pointing the finger at her. And the fact that no one is looking at her is something he thinks we should be thinking about. And I gotta say, if she manages to survive tonight without a shield, that's going to be really fucking suspicious.
Yeah, she needs a shield. Otherwise, she's gone. And she did it to herself.
Unfortunately, everyone wants to give her a shield. Zhuzhi wants to give her a shield. We're in the car. Explain this fight to me. So Victor makes a joke in the car. He's with Oliver, Rekka, and Dorka. All are on the death list. And he's like, it was so me-coded. He's like, oh my God, kind of feeling left out right now, guys. You know, because you're all about to die and I'm not. And they do not appreciate it.
They do not appreciate it. Victor, you missed your audience.
Yeah. They do have, like, they're getting deep in the weeds of uncovering Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie. Like, Dorka and Victor have clocked it. They're married. But Oliver and Dorka have a fight. Can you explain to me what this fight was about? It was something to do with a shield?
Well, it's about who needs the shield more, and then she talks over the top of him, and then he says she's talking over the top of him, and then she says, well, that's because you're not talking about what we're talking about, and he says that he's allowed to talk about what he wants to talk about, and then she says something else, and he says she's talking over the top of him, and she says she's not talking over the top of him because what he's saying is not interesting, and he says, stop talking over the top of me. Everyone's on Oliver. I think he's quite glad to go.
I think so.
Although they all love him. They
say they
love him, but they do not all love him.
No.
They do not, because they were pretty mean to him, and maybe our sense of homophobia is a little more finely tuned than straight people's, but I can whiff it off a couple of his fellow cast members.
No, it's giving homophobia. Like, jumping ahead, in the round table, Ferry microaggresses him.
Yes.
And
the idea of slyness. Like, people have been accused of lying, but he's being accused of being sly with his lies, which is a different thing and has that code. Steven Seagal, homophobic.
Ferry describes him as colourful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. If that doesn't mean gay, I don't know what it does mean. You know?
I think it's hard. It would be hard to land. I don't know, because I've never been on a reality show. But I think it would be very hard to land in a reality cast and be the only queer person, as someone on the current Big Brother is finding.
And you know what? We don't even know that Oliver is gay. I'm just making that assumption myself.
Thank you so much. How dare I? I wanted to claim him for the family.
Yeah, we're claiming him.
Yes. But also we don't know that Danny's not. So, you know, we mustn't make these assumptions. However, we do claim Oliver to the family, and, you know, of course, we are very happy to have him. But it's strange, perhaps not in Hungary, but it's very strange in 2026 in America that you have a cast of so many and you couldn't throw in another Leza or a
this is the Traitors. I'm sorry, but if 60% of the cast isn't queer, like, you've miscast it.
You've miscast it, because it's the campest show on Earth. Yes. So it hadn't really struck me before, but I did know that Oliver did get agitated and upset, let's say, over the past episodes, and it suddenly struck me tonight. I thought, oh, yeah, because he's not safe, and he knows he's not safe.
Yeah.
And I don't mean not safe from being banished. I mean, he's not safe.
Not safe.
So I was more aware of where it was coming from, and I think the culprits were definitely Ferry and Steven Seagal. If either of you are listening and you think it's not you, I have one thing to say, which is stop acting like it is you.
Yeah.
If you're not homophobic, stop acting homophobic. Simple.
There was just a lot of, like, very aggressive patriarchal energy in there.
Yes.
Not like, you know, I mean, lest we forget the time there was screaming and not a porn star Ronnie's face. the amount of face screaming that's going on here. I also just loved Dorka talking over the top of Oliver here when she had this exact same confrontation in reverse with the Gherkin only a few days ago in her world.
She's taken on, as you know, once the Gherkin passes, the baton also passes.
Yeah, was Dorker one of the people who the Gherkin left his will to be executed by? Was the Gherkin in love? No. It wasn't the Gherkin loved Wrecker. It was Zoli who had named Dorker as his successor.
Yeah. Nobody knows
Zoli.
what the hell's going on, including a quarter of the traitors.
Team. All right, in the mission. Right. So we get here. In the mission, it's a memory game. We actually saw. Do you remember this from Hungary season 1?
I do, yes. I like it.
Match the masks. Dorker and Wrecker are taking charge.
It's potentially boring. Yeah. It's potentially boring, but in fact, it was very exciting this time, I thought.
All right, well, sell me on it, because I started 2xing at one point.
Oh, did you?
I started 2xing.
So the activity of the challenge itself was not interesting. But what was going on, Dorker comes running back and says which one the shield mask is to both teams because she wants to be fair. And then her team's going, what the hell are you doing telling them? And then Danny on the other team finds the shield mask for his team, and he comes back and he can't tell them which it is because the other team's right there and he doesn't want to tell anybody. And then Zhuzhi finds the mask. The shield mask for her team, but she thought it would be a huge P for shield. She thought it would be a huge P over the mask, and it's just over the eye. Mind you, there's nothing else on the mask, so she doesn't even know it's there. Dorcas getting beside herself. She thinks they're lying to her. One of them is because they can't possibly not know where the shield is. She told them where the shield was. And she's the only one that runs. She doesn't let anyone else run, and the others are just trying to get money. And then she finds the shields, and then she runs, she throws herself to her knees and cries and apologizes to everyone, but she's not actually sorry. Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, Dorker was extremely extra. I feel like
she's totally extra.
We see
fucking ridiculous.
The true Dorker in these missions.
Yes.
Like, not a mission goes by without Dorker becoming like full
showing
Jimbro jock.
Her whole ass. And I love it when people say, I'm sorry, that wasn't me. I beg to differ. It was you. It was you.
Every mission, she's screaming at people.
But even if you only do it once, it's still you.
Yeah. I'm like, I think that Dorker might be one of those people where playing team sport is their personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a couple of other interesting things they decide to put 2 and 2, the people on death list, 2 and 2 on each team, which I thought was quite interesting. And Wrecker has a very complicated, well, certainly we didn't understand it, but a very complicated way of the team remembering, like they each get numbers that they have to remember. It probably actually made a lot of sense, just didn't make a lot of sense to us because it sort of didn't matter, so we didn't need to understand it. But I liked it. I actually liked it because I thought what I look for in a challenge is either the challenge itself is terribly exciting, which this season they have not been, or personality and strategy stuff comes out in the challenge.
We definitely got that. And this is where we really hear from basically all of the traitors separately that the consensus plan today had been to murder Dorker.
Yes, exactly.
And then they just kind of let her, by sheer force of her huge amount of vicious dick swinging, she just ends up getting the shield anyway. And again, like, disaster.
Because she's the only one that runs. She's the only one.
Why did they let her be the only one that ran?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Was enjoyable.
Dorker got the shield. Got
the shield. And it's going to be really, really hard for Wrecker to explain how she survives tonight. So I did. Speaking of profoundly unsafe situations for Oliver, he is in a car home with Mr. Sylvie and Steven Seagal and asks.
This was the worst. My skin was crawling.
He asks him. These two moron men. Fair, like, Mr. Sylvie. Idiot. Hasn't had one, cohesive thought. Thinks his own wife was a traitor.
I know, and his own wife saved his ass at the round table, and he can't be big enough to say that she did. She got it wrong.
Literally. Silver Steven Seagal, who thinks everyone on the death list is a traitor except for the one actual traitor. And Oliver asks them for some constructive feedback on his game and where he's going wrong. And they just basically lay into him for the entire car ride home.
Yes. Yes. Why aren't you telling us? Why aren't you telling us a name? You haven't answered the question. He had a question. He asked you a question. You didn't answer the question. Oh,
Yeah.
it was awful. It was ugly, actually.
Yeah, it
We
was
can make it sound
gross.
fun, but listeners, it was actually quite
It
ugly.
was not
I didn't
pleasant
like
at
it.
all.
I didn't like it. And it was the beginning of his downward spiral. I mean, Danny, the person with the most vested interest in saving Oliver at the round table is Danny, because if Oliver goes, there's only him and Wrecker, and that cuts his chances of it doesn't cut them. It does it the other thing. It increases his chances of being killed. But the table is more split than we might have thought. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead.
Wrecker should have had a big vested interest in this. Anyway, whatever. It's insane, and there's a lot of talk as well
Yes.
going on at the same time, linking Mrs. Sylvie with Dr. R as well. So I do think that is an issue. Not Darnie thinks it's Sylvie. Like a few people
Yes.
do think it's Sylvie. Victor has this other completely insane scheme. This is what I mean. This is depressing that this guy's the best of the bunch, because he's like, I've got it. We've seen traitor on traitor. And no, it wasn't Gaspar pulling us all aside, telling us to look at Wrecker and Dr. R, but not tell anyone. It's Oliver. Oliver is traitor on traitoring Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie. And they're married.
Perfect. Brilliant. Come on, Victor. You had a great idea, and then you had a terrible idea. Why did you go with the terrible idea?
So close. Meanwhile, during one of their very conspicuous secret married couple meetings, Mr. Sylvie, who has absolutely no business telling Mrs. Sylvie how she should be playing the game, is like, all right, so let me explain this to you in words a woman can
not understand that game? You do not understand the game.
Dorca, traitor. You, not traitor. Smoochy Dorca's ass, so that when Oliver Traitor goes, she recruits you.
Because traitors famously recruit people who kissy arsey.
Like in the seconds before a round table, I've never spoken to them before that.
Oh my God. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But yeah, so he grabs her, takes her out to the garden, which is clocked, because they're talking low and fast and split apart quite quickly, like traitors making up some strategy. Yeah, because they are.
Ludicrous.
That's hilarious.
Mrs. Sylvie does not take her husband's advice, though, so Mr. Sylvie goes off to kiss Dorca's ass himself, joining a long list of men who've been trying to get their face close to Dorca's ass this season.
The perfect peach.
Speaking of men who have failed to seduce Dorca this season, Gaspar has another woman he's failing to get on side.
Oh my God.
In Mrs. Sylvie.
Gaspar, what do you like?
Oh God, this man. He can't
adore. Without Gaspar, this season has nothing. Yes.
No.
Well, it has Timmy and of course, but
and everyone
I'm going
else,
to be
but he's very good.
Yes, he's very good. He's very good. Gaspar, we love you.
So he tips off Sylvie that her name's coming up. But she doesn't trust. This is the thing. Like, no one wants to get. Gaspar's trying so hard with some of these women. The only woman who ever wanted a bar of him was Nori, and she gave up on him weeks ago.
Yes, we didn't see Nori at all this episode.
We didn't see any. Like, we barely saw Dr. R.
True. Let me finish.
It was very light on the ladies.
But that was it. That's all. That's all we got from her. Oh, we did get something. I wrote a couple of things down that she said, and one of them was at the end. Oh, I've said it. Tomorrow, the time has come for the faithful to catch a traitor. Yeah. But yes, it was very much the death row people plus Mr. and Mrs. Sylvie plus Steven Seagal. It was sort of there. And Victor. It was
and
there.
Gaspar. We saw a lot of commentary from Gaspar.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true. Gaspar was astonished for the whole episode.
Yeah. I know. Isn't he
I'm
cute?
astonished.
He just looks so ridiculous.
Cute. We love him. Yes.
Okay, let's go into the round table. So
Okay, let's
talk
do
us
that.
through some of your round table highlights.
Let me find it. That's the vote. Yes. During the round table, at one point, the idea comes up that they have a discussion, perhaps about some people who haven't been mentioned. And Timmy says, "Yes, let's have a mini conclave." And Sylvie says, "Do you mean round table?" She says, "Oh, yes, I mean round table." And Gushbar tells us, "She said the word. She said conclave." And not a single ping went off amongst any of the faithful. That was my favourite moment. How about you?
That was really great.
I love that.
Gashbar just watching as these women can do literally anything and get away with it.
Anything at all. Yeah.
We did get a little bit of a, I mean, again, there wasn't much else that was a light-hearted here. Dorka brings up, if you remember, last episode ended with Oliver storming off because of some misunderstanding between him, Dr. R, Sylvie, and Dorka. And everyone's accusing him of being a liar. I don't even think he lied. Like, I don't remember exactly either, but it kind of happens. Everyone is just screaming at him. There's not a lot of evidence, but it doesn't matter what he says. There's the microaggressing, and when the votes come in, it is pretty split. So
Yes.
whole death row crew, Oliver, Rekka, Dani, except for Dorka, I should add. So Oliver, Rekka, Dani, plus Zhuji all vote for Ferry. But then everybody else is on Oliver, and Arsha's suspicious here.
Do you know how you know that Ferry is a traitor? Because he's calm as a corpse.
And Steven Seagal, who's always got something really intelligent to say. He did tell us, well, we know if Oliver's innocent, it's definitely Mr. Sylvie.
Yes.
100% Mr.
100%.
Sylvie.
Take it to the bank. I am right in this, as I have been in all things.
We've got another one. Oh, yes. He has a little cry. He was too pure for these nutters.
He was
I'm
too
glad
pure.
He's out.
Yeah, I'm glad that he is going to go back, not to his puppy, because Danny's going to go back to his puppy, but Oliver's going to go back to his beautiful life with his beautiful friends. We love you.
And Zhuji is very smug and self-righteous about all of this, considering, again,
Zhuji, I told you,
hasn't been correct anything.
I told you.
Beyond her 30-second suspicion of Gashbar 8 episodes ago, she's not had one sensible thought.
I told you. Yes.
Well, you know what? Get a haircut.
Yes. Oh, my God, please get a haircut. Your hairline is too low to have that blank hair.
No, can't be doing it.
No.
So everyone is
I need a haircut too. Yes, everybody watching the YouTube. Yes, I do need a haircut. But I'm commentating on other people.
Yeah.
And I am in a glass house and I do throw stones, so fuck off.
Yeah. Literally. What do you think this is?
What do you think this is?
What do you think this
is? Nice time with Annie and Siri, where we just say, everybody's lovely. No. Zhuji needs a haircut.
Zhuji needs a haircut, and do not go to Attila's hairdresser.
Oh, please don't.
Everyone is just devastated because they've realized what they've done. They've condemned Rekka to murder because there is no way at all. There is no way Dani is getting murdered over her. Like, there's sus on him. There's none on her. Like, she's practically hyperventilating.
She's falling. They have to hold her up.
And she reassures Rekka and Gashbar. She's like, no one's ever going to think you're a traitor because you're too easily manipulated and everybody knows it.
Oh my God, it's so brilliant. There are occasions when I think, especially when there's 2 or 3 traitors and 1 faithful, because unlike other seasons, and we mentioned this before, these traitors have no problem with sitting together, talking together with other people around. And I like that. So there are occasions, well, for example, Zhuji is sitting between Rekka and Gaspar, but other occasions through the 8 episodes where 2 or 3 traitors are there with the faithful, and I just have this kind of glee about when you're watching this on television and you see yourself not only surrounded by traitors, but telling them in a heartfelt fashion that you know for a fact that they're faithful. How do you feel? I hope you find it amusing. That's what I think. I hope you find it amusing.
Look,
because it is hilarious.
Couldn't possibly speak from personal experience. Definitely not having ever experienced playing the Traitors with people who were frequently not on the money and lacked in self-awareness. But I can't imagine that the response of, say, a Zhuji after this would be to watch that back and say, oh, actually, the edit was hiding things and I knew exactly what was going on the whole time.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that's what her response would be.
There's no room, Zhuji. There's no room.
No. All right. So, Gaspar, thrilled. This is what Gaspar has been waiting for because he's watching everyone point out how obvious it is that Rekka's going to die tonight. And he knows she's coming into breakfast tomorrow and he just can't wait. But Rekka has a plan, okay? So it's just Gaspar and Zhuji in the room and she seeds this idea. She's like, but don't you think that if I do come tomorrow and they murdered Dani, it was just to make me look suspicious?
Well, even better. She says, don't you think if I come tomorrow and they murdered Dani instead of me, ... And Zhuji supplies, they'll be pinning it on you. It's like brilliant.
And it could never be you, Rekka.
It couldn't be you.
Too easy to manipulate.
Yes.
And Rekka looks into Gaspar's eyes when Zhuji leaves and says, Gaspar, I need you to support me tomorrow.
Yes.
This is Gaspar, who has been openly pushing her name as a traitor to her face. And he goes, yeah, totally. I will totally say that it's Dorka. I will say that it's Dorka. He's thrilled. He plans to secretly throw her under the bus. But little does he know, she's also planning on throwing him under the bus because she plans on telling everybody at breakfast that she's seeded this idea to murder Dani to make her look suspicious. And she only said it to Gaspar and Zhuji. When they banish Gaspar and find out he's a traitor, they'll know.
Rekka's cleared. Rekka is completely cleared.
And this plan is so unbelievably dumb and stupid and ridiculous.
You shouldn't be on the list already, so you're just making it worse.
The thing is, I can actually see it working with these idiots.
Well, it has no right to work, but if it works, we will not be surprised.
No. Meanwhile, over in slightly less moronic corner, Victor.
If there is such a thing.
There's not, but he thinks he's glazing a traitor. He thinks he's got a traitor corner because he's got Mrs. Sylvie.
Yes.
And he's like, look, Sylvie, I don't know if I can trust you or not. We need to understand, why am I still here? Why are you still here? And when I look at you, I see you're very close with Dr. R and with Rekka. And it's, you know what's, it's less weird that you're here, you're getting heat. But you know what is really fucking weird? That Dr. R and Rekka are here and no one has ever said their name. So that means that either they are traitors or...
Which is impossible.
They're very close to a traitor. You.
Yes.
It would make no sense for Rekka to survive tonight, so she's top of the list if she comes back tomorrow. Right, Sylvie? I don't see him ever getting Sylvie on side with this.
No.
So, tell us what happened when we go to the conclave, because I think this has been the best moment of the entire season, and
Oh, my God. Do you know what was so good? And listener and watcher, if you haven't seen the episode, because we know what's going to happen. So our anticipation of it could have gone all manner of ways. They could have both walked in and the traitors could have unmasked. That would have been shocking because, hold on, one of us is going to go back. One of us is going to go back. That would have been that's what I would have done. But it's almost as dramatic. They're both, Rekha and Danny are both blindfolded.
So set it up.
Set it up. We're in the cellar.
4 thrones.
We're 4 thrones. We have 3 gold-masked traitors in their cloaks, and we have 1 throne with a folded cloak on it. Rekha and Danny come in. They're seated, facing the thrones. Of course, they haven't seen the room. Timmy thinks the room's scary, even though she knows who the traitors are. And Danny pleads for his life. It's an okay plea. He says, keep me because I'll sow chaos and chaos is good for you, which is true. Chaos is a ladder, as we know. It's quite a short speech, or it's edited to be quite short. Then Attila says, thank you, Danny. You can take your blindfold off. Now, I don't know why he wasn't suspicious right then and there. Because he says he took his blindfold off and he saw 2 smaller figures and a larger figure, so he thought 2 women and a man. I mean, not loving the short kings there, Danny, or the tall ladies, but he should have been suspicious then that he was looking, even though they're masked and gloved, which I thought was very good, so you can't see their hands. And then Attila says, now, Rekha, and Rekha just simply takes the blindfold off, stands up, walks to the throne with the folded cape, puts the cape on, sits down, looks at Danny, and she says, I was given the traitor role, and so, Danny, you are killed.
He was shook to his core.
He could not comprehend it.
Core. It was perfect. It was so good. They didn't need to unmask the other 3 traitors for him. Honestly, probably would have had a heart attack.
Yes, but don't you wish they had, though?
It was almost more like, because everyone trusted Rekha so much. Like, we have people hysterically crying all day knowing she's going to die. When he gives his pitch, he's not trying that hard because he knows. He's like, obviously don't kill me.
Yeah.
Don't kill me. I've already got heat on me. Everybody trusts Rekha. Everyone trusts Rekha. People don't trust me. You're obviously going to kill her. And so when he's unblindfolded and he's a bit confused and he's trying to orient himself and she gets up, he's still processing it as it happens.
Because she takes her blindfold off without Attila telling her to.
Crazy. And he's crying as he's leaving his last confessional because he's just realizing how fucking wrong he was about everything.
Well, you know, Annabelle, he was misled by a woman.
He was misled by... Oh! This is the first time I've been this misled by a woman in a long time. Oh, Danny, grow up.
Grow up. Go back to your puppy.
So, Rekha wants everyone's support tomorrow. And they agree. They're like, we need to get rid of Dorka. Let's end this shield fixation. We get rid of Dorka one way or another tomorrow. They want to murder her so damn bad. But little does she know, Dr. R plotting and screaming and scheming and screaming and screaming. It's time to take out a traitor tomorrow.
It's time to take out a traitor.
We've been promised this for a while, Sarah. Let's skip to predictions.
Okay.
Could it happen? Dare we hope?
I honestly think, and I almost hope, that all the traitors are desperately trying to feed a traitor to the faithful, and they still don't bite. I actually, that's what I hope happens. I hope that they buy the story that the traitors killed Danny in order to frame Rekha, so it can't possibly be Rekha. The calm as a corpse, Mr. Sylvie, has had so many votes that it has to be him. And as we know, if it as the silver surfer, what's his name? Steven Seagal said, Oliver, if it's not you, then it's you, Mr. Sylvie. So if he follows through on that, then it's Mr. Sylvie. So what I hope happens is that all 4 traitors are desperately running around telling everybody else who the traitors are, and they all go, no, I think we'll get rid of Ferry. That's what I hope will happen. I don't want a traitor to go. I think Timmy's right. They do need a traitor to go, but I think it will be Gaspar because I don't think the women will vote for Rekha. I think they might tell us that they might, but those confessionals, they said a lot of stuff. I think if a traitor must go and the other traitors must vote for them, it has to be Gaspar. So that's what I'm saying. Either nobody goes or Gaspar goes. Either Mr. Sylvie goes or Gaspar goes. What about you?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Rekha's really put herself in unnecessary danger with this one. Like, there's just no one is going to be able to explain that Danny murder over her. And her piss weak explanation for this, though it probably will work. But that said, the only people seriously keen on getting Rekha out, it's Gaspar, who's an army of one. And then the only other person,
and half of Victor,
kind of looking at her as Victor, who also had zero clout. The only people who ever used to have strat chats with Victor, Oliver, gone. Gaspar. So I just think he's screwed. Like, I think that Gaspar, I agree. I don't think Rekha has the numbers at all. Sylvie, really close with her, not going to get on board. I can see next episode, I think Ferry is a lock to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Gaspar's finger pointing is going to get heat on him. I do, however, predict that Dr. R is going to take this show of weakness from Rekha and use it to drive a wedge between her and Mrs. Sylvie, because I think she wants to keep that relationship with Mrs. Sylvie over Rekha.
I think she's closer to her as well, just anyway, currently. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when Ferry goes, because we're saying that he's going, the faithful are going to lose their minds.
Yeah.
And hopefully in that losing, well, not hopefully because I want them to go through to the end, but in terms of getting a traitor out, then they're going to have to say, or Victor is going to have to come up with some riz and push and say, we've tried everything else.
And the thing is here, right, like, we're 8 episodes. They've not caught a traitor.
No.
There has been no discussion of, are we the worst faithful of all time?
Oh, no, but they're not.
None of that.
It's all each faithful that gets voted out, it's their fault.
It's their fault. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. They've got no hope. Anyway, so I think let's lock it in. Okay. We already know Danny's murdered. Ferry, he's getting banished next, but we're hoping for some drama.
Yes.
Shall we go to Crush Pyramid?
Yes.
Ooh, Crush Pyramid! Crush Pyramid! Crush Pyramid. Sarah.
Yes.
Who is your Crush Pyramid?
Well, I'm going to give, on his way out, I'm going to put Oliver on the bottom left. He would be on the bottom right, but he's on the bottom left because he's on his way out. I'm putting Victor on the bottom right. Welcome to my Crush Pyramid, Victor, for your first appearance. And as a shock and surprise to nobody, Dr. Timmy, Dr. Rat, Queen of my Heart, is at the top. How about you? Crush Pyramid!
Crush Pyramid. Okay, so I have a controversial Crush Pyramid this week because there aren't any women on it. I just felt that we only really got a strong show. Like, Dorka showing a whole ass. Rekha,
big mistake. Big mistake. Huge.
And my honourable mention goes to Dr. R, because she still is my crush pick of the season, but we just didn't get that much of her that episode.
True.
So,
that's true.
Bottom of my crush pyramid, we've got Victor, because he's kind of almost cooking. And so Victor, again, welcome to the crush pyramid. Also on the bottom of my crush pyramid, Gaspar. There is something
he nearly got on mine. He nearly got on mine instead of Oliver, yes.
Just, he's so useless and simpy and
so astonished.
Pathetic.
So astonished.
And I love that in a man. And on top of my crush pyramid, he was serving looks and he was so underappreciated. It's Oliver.
Yes.
Oliver, you are our suspicious twink, and justice should be served.
Yes.
May all your enemies burn. And don't worry, Dr. R will burn them for you.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I love that.
Well, that was wonderful, Sarah. I look forward to watching the next episode. What have you got going on and where can the people find you?
The people can find me every week talking about true crime documentaries and docuseries at Crime Scene. That's SEEN. Spell it right. It's a joke. How about you? What have you got going on?
I just recorded episode covering a lot of episodes of 90 Day Fiancé with Pilia over on We Know 90 Day on Rob Has a Podcast, so you can check that out. Not long till Australian Traitors kicks off, so I'll be covering that. But yeah, the only thing I'm really spruiking at the moment is to join our Discord channel once that starts.
Join the Discord, you bloody people.
It'll just be me screaming into the
void.
void otherwise.
Do it.
And I want to have little cute chats with you all. Anyway, we love you all. Until next week. Bye.